Little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't favor. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Going up, going up, going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up, going up, going up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers come into today's game looking for a way to pick up win number 10 on the season. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lavonte David not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Newton now on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. Diggs unable to reel that in, and he might find things a little difficult in this one. He's going to be staring at Vernon Hargreaves throughout this one. It's going to be fun to track.
It certainly will be, because when you watch Vernon Hargreaves, young in his career, but I watched him as a rookie in 2016, pattern reading, does that really, really well for a young player. You may think your guy's open, and here comes Vernon Hargreaves to make a play on the football.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, 9 yards to go. The play clock's running down. Here's Mettenberger. And that is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 80 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in. Knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. To throw is Newton. forced out, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Mettenberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete.
Let's go! 319! 319!
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A spin string, spinning again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Going deep for Diggs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Gallman. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go!
This is Gallman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Set, 20.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. To throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Here's Gallman, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, you got a team that sits 28th in the league in rushing, so I guess you're going to see some plays like that.
Yeah, you're definitely going to do that, but just not like you can just abandon the run. You got to keep taking your shots, don't you? But at this point of the season, they haven't been very successful.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Right side. Touchdown, Carolina.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Trey Ball. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Panthers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. McCaffrey on the counter. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead stretches, 16-3 now. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Gano's kick is right through. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Defense showing blitz. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. McCaffrey following the penalty. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. A gain of 3, second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. This is McCaffrey on the give. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make the lead now 26. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here we go.
They start on the ground with Gallman. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And on 2nd and 10 now. He'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Vernon Butler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. K'Wan Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
McCaffrey on the toss right. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a run with McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Let's go!
Here's Mettenberger. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now Mettenberger. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that takes us from second to third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And the Panthers coming out now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. They set the goal beginning at